You go ahead, Pat.
Oh, I just remembered that Don went to see your mother every day.
Yeah.
He was at John Carroll, and of course your mom was at, anyway, what's the name of the place?
On Lake Road? Lake Avenue?
Your mother's school. Where'd your mother's school?
I don't
St.
know.
Augustine's?
What do you mean, where she was
Where would Don go at?
to see her when she was laid up?
To see Grandma Kay?
Just see Grandma Kay.
That was at the house on Lake
At the
Avenue.
house. And
Well, at
Yes.
any rate, he would go every single day.
Oh yeah, Don was my mother's
see her.
favorite, there's no question about it.
he was?
Oh yeah,
He was what?
he was my mother's favorite.
Oh,
In fact, I had to tell my mother when Don died. It was one of the hardest things I had to do in my life.
Wow, I can't even imagine that.
But at any rate, a good story. Oh, yeah, this is the story. And when Don died, he and I were working on Gould Henderson. We owned Gould Henderson because we purchased my father's stock. That was a testing and inspection laboratory, which never did very well at all. And Don didn't have a job at that time. So we purchased my father's stock and the stock of his partner. So we owned Gould Henderson. And we tried to bring it back financially, and we were doing pretty well. And we did a lot of work for the city of Cleveland, but they changed mayors, and the work that we did for the city of Cleveland stopped.
Cold turkey.
It was just horrible, because that was our best client. So Don and I were talking about how the hell we're going to get back to the city of Cleveland. And the mayor was he was a Republican, and the Feighans were all Democrats. And at any rate, what we did, we said, all right, we'll have to go see the new mayor. And so I had my practice. And so Don went down to see the new mayor. And, went into his office, and he had a lot of secretaries going and a lot of business going back and forth. And no, I'm sorry, Mr. Feighan, but he's too busy today. Don would go back the next day. And he'd go back the next day. Don could ingratiate himself with people. He had that ability. So he was doing that. He was working on the secretaries to the mayor. And they didn't want to let him get in there. He's a Democrat anyways. And this kept going on for about 10 days. Finally, the secretary said, one of the secretaries to the mayor said, all right, the mayor will see you for just a short period of time. So Don went in there and explained to the mayor that, who we are. My father had just died.
no.
And we lost our job at the city when the administration changed, his administration, his new administration. And he said, wait. Picked up the phone. He called Bob. I can't remember his name.
Mhm.
He was head of the Republican Party in Cuyahoga County. The mayor said, "It's the mayor calling. Hi, Mayor, how are you? Look, I'm going to send Don Feighan over to see you, and do whatever you can for him, would you please?" This was the mayor's secretary, not his secretary, as we know the definition of secretary, but the position of secretary to the mayor was entirely different. He had a lot of power. He had to
More
do
like
lot.
a chief of staff,
Yeah.
something like that. Mhm.
And so we Don went over. We met Bob, and Don told Bob what the problem was, and they immediately put us back on.
Mm.
Put us back on immediately. And Bob turned out to be the head of the Republican Party for the state of Ohio. A very popular
Is that
guy.
Bob Bennett?
Bob Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
And when Don died,
Nancy.
oh shit. Bob Bennett came over. I can't talk anymore.
Okay.
Bob was a hell of a guy. I became very friendly with him. Oh, he was a great sailor too. He owned some big boats. He used to go on some of these big races down in Florida. He died a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. But so, Gulick Henderson was flourishing at the time that Don died. We had the thing going. I was with him every day for months.
Mm.
He came over a lot to the house. He was on a new diet, eating yogurt. Uncle Don was all happy about how he was losing weight and eating yogurt every day. Yogurt was kind of a new thing.
Yeah. I didn't know too much about that. But that was, it just showed
Oh, I don't.
Don's
Thank you.
ability to meet people and
Very charismatic. And he always had time for the nieces and nephews when Uncle Don would come over. It wasn't just Gulick and Henderson business, but he would joke with us and pay attention to us.
he was a good joker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about your childhood? Something that you remember? Do you remember when Uncle Don was born?
Oh, no. Oh, there's only 5 years difference between the two.
Okay.
I would have been 5 years old.
Yeah. Sure. Here comes another one.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time. Well, the one I like is little Donnie. Long after Don died, we did a lot of racing, and little Donnie we'd invite him along as a member of our crew a lot.
Mm.
This one particular Saturday, we're getting ready for the Sunday races, and Donnie was with us, and we were practicing, and we had a spinnaker up, big sail, and we're sailing along, and a big puff hit us, and we had a knockdown. And if you're not really used to knockdowns, I might have had about 5 or 6 on in a anemone, but it lays the boat right on its side. And Donnie, of course, was there. That was his first knockdown. So the boat righted itself and was fine. So we left Donnie off at his house, And, okay, Donnie, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock, because we've got like 9 o'clock starts. He said, okay, Uncle Joe. So we pull up the next morning, bright and early, and gave him the horn. Nothing happening. We expect him to be all ready and, fly out the door, get in the car. And your
Karen?
mom opens the window, and I said to her, I said, we're here to pick Donnie up. He's our crew member for today. And she said, okay. And I beat the horn a couple of times, and then a little bit later, she comes to the window, and Karen, and says, Uncle Joe, you better go on without him. Donnie's hiding under the bed. So we just went on.
Oh, what a story.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah. At that, may I serve a little bit of a light lunch for everybody?